Today my lesson's going to be about how does flashlight beams travel. We're going to need to use black tape, a flashlight, and a beam, and some scissors, white paper, and I got a shoebox. And I poked some holes in it so you can be able to see where you're going to put the flashlight and where the students are going to be able to put their eyes in. So the first thing to introducing is we're going to talk about with the students of what this activity is going to be. And it's a small box for observation with the kids in small groups. And we are going to have them to look through the box without it being dark and see if they can see anything. And we have them look inside and see. And then we're going to have them go with the flashlight and see how the light beam travels through. And inside of the light and box is some paper that has holes in it, and it has to see if it goes beams through and how does the light travel and beam through. And we're going to ask the children to give us some feedback and ask them questions on how do we think that the light travels through a line through this before we do that with them, and see if they understand or want to be engaged in supporting the theory. And we have them look through, and we put the flashlight, and we can see that, yeah, we can see the light go through and the beam going to the other side, but it doesn't really look that interesting because it's not going straight through. So we're going to try a beam, a laser beam, and see if maybe this light bulb will work better to get them to go through. And this one seems to be going through our papers that we went through, that we cut through, and we have them cut little triangles and to see the other side. And then we could ask them to move it around to see if we could see different shapes and different colors as we try it with the beam. And to see what they come up with. With the red one, you don't really see much in there. And so we want to ask them, what is their experience and what do they see? And how could we get the light beam, and what's the evidence that the light beam is even working? And what is the difference between the flashlight and the light beam? And we ask them to look through it and see out of their curiosity and see what might be different between the two to be able to see through the traveling of it. And if there is a difference and what it is. And then we want to talk about it with them, because some of the vocabulary that we're going to be talking about and with it is the flashlight and the beam, the light beam, which the light has some, does light have something to do with it? Let's see and come up with some solutions, like the sun, the flashlight. The beam is straight path of the light, like a line that shines from a flashlight. The block can stop something from passing through. We want to see that. And then a straight line is a short distance between 2 points that are not curved or bent. And we want to ask them why and how does that happen? And have them come up with some solutions to see if that's interesting and if that theory and evidence works. And do the research and see if, yeah, what happens if the light is in your hand and blocking the hole? Did the light bend around your hand or did it stop? How can we tell the light is traveling in a straight line? These are some of the questions that we want to discuss as prompts with the students and see if the activity is working and seeing if their observation and having them write down some of the observations that they have feedbacks And then we want to be able to have them look inside to see how we came up with the solution of it. And I just kind of came up with this and just did a little thing in the light in the box and put them lining up, see? Just to get it a straight line to see if that was a way to do it. My name is Christina Rampolla, and thank you for coming to my science class. Have a wonderful day.